The title of this video might seem like it's a clickbait, but it's not, because we're actually going to look at a practical way to become a billionaire. But to answer our question, we have to figure out, what do all billionaires have in common? They have built monopolies in their respective industries. The process of making a monopoly is pretty much the same in every industry. So let's take a look at how you can build a monopoly. Of course, you probably won't be able to monopolize the gasoline market as John Rockefeller did over 100 years ago, because the competition is fierce, and competing against nations with more oil reserves is a recipe for a disaster. However, if you carefully build your way up, you might stand a chance to monopolize at least a niche in any other industry. Competition is good for customers, but it sucks for businesses. For example, Ford had a revenue of $156 billion in 2017, but its net income was only $7.6 billion. While Facebook, who has monopolized social media, made over twice that amount with a significant smaller revenue. Wait a second, aren't monopolies illegal? Yes, they are, but you have to be a fool to appear like you are a monopoly. A good strategy would be to acquire your competitors silently, as if you have nothing to do with them, or get into different industries as if you are a tiny fish in a vast ocean. We all know Amazon as an online retailer, but behind the scenes, it has purchased over 70 other companies that you never heard of. They appear like they are competing in entirely different industries, but they all serve Amazon's objective for world dominance. If no one can give you a small loan of $1 million, don't worry. To build a monopoly, it's better to start small. You don't want to think big. Your job is to dominate a small, tiny niche where everyone would come to you for that. If you merely improve on an existing product or a service, your neighbors will duplicate that the next day. So that won't work unless you significantly improve the quality and lower your prices, such as Standard Oil. So your best option is to provide a solution for a problem that people aren't even aware of. For example, we were perfectly fine before the existence of YouTube, but today it's an essential part of our life. When Amazon started, they didn't aim to sell everything to everyone online, but focused on shipping books. Once the idea proved itself, they began selling a bunch of other things. However, you have to keep in mind that your idea should be scalable since the beginning. If your business won't get stronger as it grows bigger, you are doomed to fail. For example, for a Walmart to get new customers, they will have to spend millions to build another store. But for Amazon, it costs almost nothing, and a new customer is simply a few clicks away. And that's the case with every other monopoly that exists. They only get stronger and efficient as their number of users grow. Their power lies on their scalability, because that's what prevents new competitors to take over them. However, becoming a monopoly isn't as difficult as staying as a monopoly. Many have conquered industries and rose to the top, but lost their innovative spirit along the way, so were brought down by new rivals. That's why you should acquire your potential competitors while they are still small, like Facebook does. Instagram had all the chances to break Facebook's monopoly, but Facebook gave them an offer they couldn't refuse. The same thing happened to WhatsApp and Messenger. In case if your competitors aren't willing to work with you, you should shut them down while they are still small. Otherwise, your downfall might be on the horizon. When Snapchat refused Facebook's offer, Facebook turned Instagram into a Snapchat killer, and its valuation is falling ever since. John Rockefeller would invite his competitors and show them his books so that they could see how he can operate longer at a loss than they can survive, and then make them an offer they will have to accept. With these 3 rules in your mind, you can start your journey of building a monopoly. So, which industry would you want to conquer? Let me know in the comments below. Let's see who got the best idea. And that's it for today. Give this video a huge like if you have enjoyed it, and if you want the next video to appear on your homepage, then subscribe and turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.